What is up, guys? It is Snipe Score 11, and I'm here today with a new series. This new series, as you can see in the title, is called Let's Talk Hockey, and this is a series about where me and my friend, who I have on the phone, will talk about whatever we want in the world of hockey. And yeah, so I'm gonna welcome my friend. How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. So this episode is going to be about our mid playoff review, and we're gonna start with the Western Conference and dissect all four matchups that are going on and talk about the blowouts and all of what we can. And we're gonna try to make these videos around 5 to 7 minutes for your enjoyment. And yes, so let's start off with the Western Conference, and there will be a separate video for the East. So the Western Conference, I'm gonna start with the 1-8 seed, and we have Minnesota and Chicago. In the series. It is 2-1 for Chicago. Not really a surprise the fact that the Chicago Blackhawks are leading the series, but the Wild are playing some tough hockey. I think they could get a couple more games, make it closer series. They could have won game one or something. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, well, even if you look at the series and you see that Chicago throughout the season won so many games, they were arguably the best team in the NHL this year. You know, they had a point streak. They won on for 20 plus games. If you look at this series, and even if you watch not 1 second of this series, you can see that it's 2-1, which is surprising, being that the Wild haven't won nearly as many games as Chicago. I'm very surprised by this, and since I have watched games, I realize that the Wild have come close to winning up game one as well as what you just said. So I would say that Chicago doesn't have this one locked up. I would watch this one very closely to see who comes out on top.
We are going to now go to the 2-7 matchup. It is Detroit and Anaheim. The series is tied 2-2 after a game win by Detroit last night. And in this series, Anaheim has had their way in the series. Detroit's also had their way. They've had a very entertaining series. They've battled and all of the above. And I see this series going 7. It's going to be a close series. I don't know who the winner is, but let's see. He's a Duck fan. He's going to tell you what he thinks.
Yeah, I am a Ducks fan, so my opinion may seem a little bit biased, but I'll try my best to not make it biased at all. Well, look at the series. It's really just an exhilarating series. You know, if you're a fan of these teams, I would watch it anyway, just because there's a lot of goals for a lot of saves. Great job from both goalies, Jimmy Howard and Jonas Hiller. Gotta say that. You know, the Ducks seem to be the better team in this series, yet Detroit's had their moments. You know, they had 2 overtime winners, yet in game 2, if you look at it, they blew a 4-1 lead. So, you know, in the end, they won 2 games because the Ducks have had, I believe, personally, the Ducks have had better games. They may not register as many shots, but they have what seems to be better goaltending. So I think the Ducks will come atop, but I think it's going to be really close from this point on, especially.
All right, we're going to go to the 3-6 matchup. It's a blowout so far. San Jose 3-0 in the series versus the Vancouver Canucks. All the weight is on the Canucks to win. And all the pressure is on them. San Jose, this is the first year where they're not assumed to win, so I think they've taken advantage of that.
Yeah, they're 60. You know, they don't have home ice advantage, so that's different too. But if you look at it, San Jose didn't have a great season, but everyone knew that coming into the playoffs, they're contenders. They may play teams that had a better season than them, but they're contenders, and you can see by this 3-0 lead. By the looks of it, I'm surprised that it's 3-0. I thought maybe it'd be 2-1 San Jose or 2-1 Vancouver, but 3-0, it was somewhat expected.
All right, we're gonna go to the final matchup in the Western Conference. Probably the most close, heavy weighted battle in the Western Conference. My opinion on this conference matchup, it's 2-2, St. Louis, LA. I think the winner of this will go to the Western Conference Finals, not the finals, but I think they have these two teams. This is one of the closest series I've ever watched, and the Blues won their first 2 games. The Kings won their next 2 games. It's a battle. We'll see where this one goes.
Well, I'm going to make a little basketball reference as I say this, being that many of the NBA teams have not it seems that rarely ever has the road team won the game in the playoffs this season. The Clippers and the Memphis Grizzlies, each time for the first 4 games, the home team won. So being that it's 2-2 and that each team won, well,
at home, they all won at home.
Yeah, each team won at home. I think it's going to have to go to the team that has home ice advantage because they have the home momentum of being at home, which would be St. Louis.
All right. So that's our video for you guys. The Western Conference mid-playoff review. And, yes. So check out the Let's Talk Hockey episode part 2, where we do the Eastern Conference. That's going to be a good one. So thanks, guys, for watching, and see you later. Bye.